An exclusive Coast TV News interview. This man describes what it's like to be held in an immigration facility. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Our top story tonight is Faith Under Ice.
It's an incredible story that we never hear about. We hear every day about immigration detentions, but we don't hear what it's like when you are detained until now. Easton pastor Daniel Fuentes Espinal was detained by ICE this summer. This all happened after he was pulled over, but ultimately he was released on bond weeks later. Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman in the newsroom. Ana Sofia, the pastor shared his story with you from the moment he was detained.
Maddie, Pastor Fuentes Espinal came to the U.S. on a visa over 20 years ago. He says he tried to get legal status, but admits he was unsuccessful and did not pursue it further. In the meantime, he became a pastor and a beloved member of the Easton community. 24 years after arriving in America, the pastor was detained and transferred thousands of miles away from his family.
Pastor Daniel Fuentes Espinal sits comfortably in his church lounge reading, something he couldn't do for weeks after his life took an unexpected turn last July. He says, like this man and thousands of others, he was detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. In his case, he was pulled over here on this road in Easton on his way to work.
Yo le di mi licencia.
I handed him my license. Then he asked if I could please step out of my vehicle, and I did. When I was standing in the back, he asked me the usual question. He said, "Are you here legally or illegally in this country?" And I told him, "Well, I can't answer that question because my attorney isn't here."
What was the first thing that came to mind?
En ese momento quizás no había tiempo de
At that moment, maybe there wasn't much time to think, just to believe that all of this had to be part of the Lord's purpose. Of course, in that moment, I thought about my family, my wife, how they would be, how they would feel. Yet beyond that, there was peace in my heart.
Pastor Fuentes Espinal was first taken to this ICE field office in Salisbury, where he was there for only a couple of hours. He was then transferred here to the Baltimore ICE field office. This is footage shot by an NBC affiliate. These holding rooms are inside the George Fallon Federal Building in Baltimore. The holding rooms are now at the center of this federal class action lawsuit over alleged inhumane conditions, which ICE denies. Maryland lawmakers, including U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen, toured the facility in August after being denied access in late July.
Ahí estuvimos 3 días y medio.
We were there for 3.5 days. It wasn't the best place with the best conditions, but we had to go through that process. During those 3 nights we spent there, we slept on the concrete floor without sheets, just a simple aluminum blanket that they give out.
This is video of an aluminum blanket. After Baltimore, Pastor Fuentes Espinal was transferred again, this time thousands of miles away, to the Wynn Correctional Center in Louisiana.
Why are they moving us so far away when they could have left us in closer states where family could even visit us too? What came to my mind was that maybe I wouldn't be able to see my children for a long time because I didn't know how long they were going to keep me detained, or how long it would take for them to deport me, or how long it would take for me to be able to leave the place free.
It was an experience, he says, was terrifying at first.
Well, of course, there's sadness. There's uncertainty. What's going to happen?
Pastor Fuentes Espinal was in Louisiana for about 3 weeks. There, he formed a ministry that kept him going. Back to you.
Ana Sofia, thank you. On Coast TV News at 6, we take you to the ICE facility in Louisiana, and we hear from our exclusive interview with Pastor Fuentes Espinal about how he created a ministry among all the detainees, and he describes the emotional moment he was released and reunited with his family when he didn't know when he'd ever see them again. That part of Faith Under Ice at 6.